A couple weeks ago, the last of the Rainbow Rock shorts was released, so I guess now's a good time to take a look back at all 8 of these things and see how they hold up. And to be honest, well, they were pretty good for the most part. I know, surprised me too. While not all of them turned out to be great, there were a surprising number of shorts that at the very least made me chuckle and go, okay, that was kind of funny. The first short was Music to My Ears starring Vinyl Scratch, and to be honest, it's one of my favorites of the bunch. It involves Vinyl Scratch walking to school while listening to some dubstep music. I should note that this is the first time in any canonical thing that Vinyl interacts with dubstep at all. Normally she's playing pop music or Beatles-style rock, so 1 point to the fans. The short presents Vinyl as the sort of character who's at least fairly popular in school, someone who is at least on friendly terms with the Human Five, but she's also a rebel who don't care about Celestia's rules. She'll listen to her music if she wants to and you can't stop her! But the short also has its downfalls. While the animation is pretty good on the whole with the slow-mo transitions and the cool lighting, there are parts that are noticeably bad. Like when the Crusaders were running towards the camera, it looked like Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle were running with limps. Plus, the background characters were behaving very strangely in this one, opening and closing umbrellas, activating their windshield wipers, and just acting weird in general. But whatever, the song's pretty cool, and most importantly, Vinyl Scratch is wearing Zubaz pants! I don't know if that's actually important or not. It just seemed interesting. The next 5 are all about how the Human Five got their instruments. The first one is Rainbow's, called Guitar Centered. This one is about Rainbow going to a guitar store to buy a new electric guitar. Rarity remarks that Rainbow could have just used her old guitar, and Dashy proceeds to break out an old busted guitar with a broken neck. Why Rarity wasn't informed of this sooner, I will never know. Let's just chalk it up to bad writing. So Rainbow finds this absolutely badass double-necked guitar, but unfortunately Trixie finds it at the same time, and it's decided that the winner will be the person who can play guitar the best. Also, does this mean that Trixie will be one of the antagonists in Rainbow Rocks? Stay tuned. So the shred off is on, and to be honest, it looks weird. At one point, the characters are shown from this weird angle, and it looks like they're completely flat. Almost like they'd fit in a Paper Mario game. But anyway, Trixie gains the upper hand, and it looks like she's gonna win when, God damn it, not this again! That's right, folks, we got the characters going elemental just by playing music again. I'd really appreciate an explanation for this, but one is never given in these shorts, so we might as well just move on. Just know, this displeases me. So Rainbow goes elemental, she blows Trixie away, pretty much literally, and she wins the right to buy the double-neck guitar. But then she has a change of heart and decides to buy the guitar that she beat Trixie with. And they end up getting the last laugh anyway, when the guitar that Trixie won costs 12 grand. It's a pretty good short. It could have had some better writing with Rarity's bit, but it's otherwise solid. Next up is Fluttershy's short, Hamstocalypse Now. Holy shit, that's a terrible name. We're off to a rip-roaring start. Fluttershy has volunteered to clean the hamster pen at the local pet shelter, and she's brought Rarity for backup. I can think of a few people who'd be a better pick for something like this, but whatever, let's just roll with it. As Fluttershy finishes cleaning up their playpen, the hamsters go feral on Rarity, getting into fights with each other after Rarity dressed and named them, which I thought was pretty funny. Fluttershy tries to talk to the hamsters and get them to calm down, and she seems to be doing a pretty decent job of it at first. I guess she can talk to animals as a human too? Interesting. But it's no use. They've got full-scale Hamarchy on their hands. Hey, there's a better title for this right there. Hamarchy. I like it. So Rarity and Flutters empty their backpacks and try to catch the hamsters in them, but Fluttershy's tambourine falls out, and as it rolls on the ground, it hypnotizes the hamsters? What? I get that this world's rules are flimsy at best, but that's a thing? Okay, Rainbow Rocks, you're the boss. So Fluttershy gets the hamsters to go into their pen, and everything is wonderful forever. Yeah, this is just a weird one. Next. So we've come to the worst of the shorts, in my opinion, Pinkie on the One. In this one, Rainbow and Pinkie are trying to find a drummer for the band. Rainbow constantly states that drummers need certain attributes like ambidexterity, energy, instincts, and enthusiasm. All the while, Pinkie demonstrates that she has all these traits without even trying. Gee, I wonder who Rainbow will pick. Besides the predictability, the other big problem is with Pinkie herself, who comes across as kind of a dick. From covering Rainbow in glitter to drumming on AJ and Rarity's heads with spoons after AJ told her to stop, all without an apology afterwards, makes me feel like how most people reacted to Pinkie and Philly Vanilli. Plus the fact that it takes Rainbow so long to connect the dots and make Pinkie the drummer just gets annoying to watch after a while. So Pinkie becomes the drummer and she goes elemental, but this time it seems as though the Human Five are more surprised by this. Maybe the elemental forms happen when you find your one instrument that's right for you? I don't know, I'm headcanoning at this point. This short was just annoying and I'd like to move on now if that's cool with you. Next is Rarity's short, Player Piano. Rarity is struggling to push a giant grand piano all the way to band practice.
What kind of person doesn't put a piano on wheels?
Clearly, Trixie's gotten her revenge from Guitar Center by poorly designing this piano. So she enlists the help of some extra muscle to help her get there in time in the form of the Diamond Dogs. I would get a little bit upset about Rarity using that sex appeal to convince the Diamond Dogs, but then I remembered that she did pretty much the same thing in The Best Night Ever, so I guess it's fine. By the way, would you mind getting your ass off the piano, please, Rarity? That'd be wonderful. Quick side note, are the Diamond Dogs like this universe's version of the Diggers from Recess? Just curious. Anyway, they bulldozed their way to band practice when...
Ugh! Where is Rarity?
That gal probably just wants to make some sort of grand entrance.
Hey, they didn't have to make new footage. Unfortunately, she got there too late, and they have to move their practice to the other side of the school. Luckily, Pinkie gives her something a little more portable, a keytar, because apparently this short takes place in the mid-80s. She takes to it pretty well, goes elemental, and the Diamond Dogs haul her off to their new band practice location. There is honestly not that much left to say about this one. It's just kind of... And for the last of the Human 5 instrument stories, we have Applejacks, A Case for the Bass. Hey, that's a pretty cool name. It's kind of got a double meaning to it because AJ is trying to convince the Flim Flam brothers to give her back her bass, so she's making a case for the bass, but bass guitars also usually have an actual case to carry them in. Well done, writers, you've come a long way from Hamstocalypse now. So anyway, like I said, AJ and company have to try to get her bass guitar back from the Flim Flam brothers after Granny Smith accidentally sold it to him. Unfortunately, they seem to have taken the Pawn Stars approach and are charging her an outrageous price to get her guitar back. After playing the bass to prove that the guitar is hers, they come to an arrangement. She can have her guitar back for the same price Granny sold it to the brothers for, but she also has to help advertise Flim and Flam's store. And they make her do so in the most unimaginably torturous way possible. They make Applejack wear a banana costume! Have you no sympathy, you cruel bastards! That's like putting the doctor in a pear God damn it! Anyway, I kinda like this one. Flim and Flam took to the role of Pawn Star owners seamlessly, the other characters were decent though somewhat unnecessary, and the humor was pretty good. It's one of the better ones to be sure. Next up is an extended version of the song from the first trailer, Shake Your Tail. Now, my biggest problem with the song from the trailer was that there wasn't much to it. So since this is an extended version, we're already off to a good start. It shows the Human 6, oh by the way, Twilight's finally decided to join the gang, planning some big party and they each try doing it in their own style, but it doesn't work because what's fun to one person might not be fun to everyone, and it's only once everyone compromises that the party is truly something great, blah blah blah. This short honestly just feels like the trailer with some extra lyrics and substance. Two things that the trailer was sorely in need of, so it gets a pass. Finally, there's A Perfect Day for Fun, another one of my favorites. In this short, the Human 6 are split into pairs and are trying to find each other at a fair. This is basically a music video for another song that's a little too sappy and not all that catchy. Step up your game, Ingram! But since this is a music video, there's no dialogue between the characters while they're trying to find each other. Instead, all of the Human 6 communicate via text messages in bubbles in order to find each other. And to me at least, it works pretty well in communicating who's where and who's looking for who in a very quick manner. This is also probably one of the funniest shorts. This short had me laughing like crazy multiple times, like when Pinkie's reflection didn't change, or when Fluttershy got dragged into the haunted house and Twy and AJ ran out in terror and Flutters was all like, I ain't even scared. So, my final verdict. Well, these things leave me with kind of a mixed feeling. I mean, the shorts themselves were pretty good and had some great moments. Certainly more great moments than I was expecting from something from Equestria Girls. But the thing is, from what I could tell, every single shot from the first trailer was from the shorts. And storyboard artist Jim Miller said that the shorts were separate from the movie. In other words, the trailer and the shorts aren't going to be in the movie, so at this point, we have no footage from the actual movie. The first trailer was basically a trailer for the shorts themselves. So yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait until a second trailer comes out for us to have any details on the actual movie. But as for the shorts themselves, they were a lot of fun and I enjoyed them. Before I go, tell me, which was your favorite of the shorts? Thanks, and I'll see y'all later. Time for some more fan art! First up, we have this one from Pig Peter, who I believe made this as the title card for the review of Pinkie Pride that I did with Golden Fox and Toon Critic. I like how the confetti is in the color of the main 6 rainbow. Nice touch. Then there's this one from JS Josh. I like the simplified look of this one. That's pretty cool. Then there's Cat Avenger's picture. Now, that's just friggin' adorable. And finally, there's this piece from Sauce Source, who you might know better as Give and Take. Thanks, everyone. Love all the new fan art. And to anyone out there who likes doing this sort of thing, please go nuts with my OC. I love fan art, and I love people who make fan art, especially of my little OC. Thanks again, everyone.